Good morning. The time is 8:37 a.m. December 24th. Excuse me, 2024. In the last 5 minutes, I was just brutally poisoned with really serious chemical weapon. Yes, I do believe that there is a biological agent they use here, and yes, there are significant differences in how it affects the human body. Now, I don't know why I am not dying from these gases, and yes, unequivocally, concretely, I could tell a top general and a top judge that is honorable, not a judge that takes crimes against the United States, treason, aiding and abetting, and sets up facilities to do that in their courthouses. Not judges like that, because that's officially now someone who's charged with espionage and treason and all sorts of capital crimes. It doesn't matter what kind of job they hold in the courthouse. If they're doing that and they set up their courthouse to do it in as a facility to carry out terrorist attacks on their own country, terrorism, they are now terrorists. They are now guilty and charged of treason, aiding and abetting, harboring, so on and so forth. But you take a really honorable judge, someone that deserves respect. They are not trying to take out their psychological issues on their own nation and on their own civilians in their population who live with them. You take a normal judge, okay, who just went to law school and did the right thing with their lives, and they're really smart and they deserve respect, okay? Take a person like that, not someone like yesterday. Not judges like you experience in the city of DC, all right? Not judges like you experience in many, many states across the United States. Not judges like you experience in the, I can't remember the name, it's the court where they send out charges of genocide. I can't remember names, I've been too traumatized. Not judges like that. These judges are bought off. They're called dirty judges. I know people are not born yesterday. All right, good. You take a good, honorable judge and you say, yes, unequivocally, I have witnessed people, when this poison's in the house, drop dead. I've heard it, so on and so forth. You describe your witness testimony. It's proven, okay, she definitely heard the body tumble, drop, so on and so forth. Whatever happened, it could be a series of things. Things crash down with it, etc., etc. Maybe you heard them slump over. Maybe you heard more than one's body, etc., etc. Whatever the crime scene consists of, you ask the witness what they witnessed there. Okay? Okay, it's pretty simple to do that. Then they testify. Okay? All right, and so you can determine unequivocally, and the good guys have massive surveillance, so it's not a question of just my witness account. It's the fact that I was in here witnessing it. I can confirm it, corroborate it, so on and so forth. And they have video evidence. The agents have seen it themselves, standing right there. All right? It's a slam dunk at that point. But what I can testify to is there has been years long multiple incidents when this house is lit with gas. I hear that people go down. Yeah, what is go down? Why don't you describe that? Where did they go down? What are you talking about? I would love to tell you what I witnessed, but we're going to bypass that right now on this video. Okay, so the house fills up with gas. I know it's in my room or I'm in the hallway or wherever I'm standing. And then I hear a person go down. And then you smell the dead body or bodies every time. And the people that were in the house after they went down, everything's silent. There's nobody in the house. And then you smell the dead bodies every time. So I do not know why I am still reporting this to this day. Thank God. Okay, but I do not appreciate the Washington, D.C. civil courthouse, any of their administration, any of their staff. The way you all treated me in your courthouse yesterday after I was brutally poisoned by chemical gas, I will never forget. I will never forget how rude that judge was to me when I am a victim and a survivor of historical violent terrorism. I will never forget the people in that courtroom. I mean, it was a big deal. What I witnessed, it was like no people. There was one person. But I'm forbidden from talking about that individual. There was one person on in the seating outside. I can't describe or talk things very well. That person is a really big deal person. I knew about that person, that person was going to go in there. That's why I was sitting outside waiting for that person to go in. Go ahead, sit down, and then I went in after. That person was running the show. That person had clout over the judge. I witnessed it all. Washington, D.C., I witnessed more. And more of your crimes went on the internet yesterday again. I'm not able to talk about it. I'm not allowed. I'm not at liberty. But I don't appreciate the way you treated me from your main courthouse to your civil courthouse for renters court. Your staff, your security clearance staff was so brutally rude. You guys clearly had something wrong, a problem with me. From the moment I walked in to the moment I walked out, I have never been treated so badly by people that you don't even know, and you'll never see them again in a normal scenario. You can't understand what is their problem. I'm glad I filmed yesterday because that judge had no right to treat me like that as I stood before her. And two freaking terrorists online, once again on the internet, pretending to own the house. I can't talk about anything I witnessed in there, okay? Beyond the iPhone. And I can't make statements of the video. I just want to close with this Washington, D.C. Civil Court and Superior Court main building at 500 India Avenue. You don't have the right to poison people like this and then give them attitude when they miraculously live through it and treat them like they're worthless pieces of crap. You have no right. It's not just the African Americans in D.C. that I am addressing. I need to say something, and it has to be said clearly. This city is a white nationalist, white supremacist it's a wannabe dictatorship. They're doing an incredibly bad job at getting that started. It's been 7 years, Donald Trump. It's been 7 years, Joe Biden, and you still never quite pulled it off, did you? You never will. I told you that. You keep reading that every time I go online. But here we are again today. And here we are again today. You are all still trying so hard. And on the 24th of December, I was brutally poisoned again. There is terrorism going on in this compound and in this house. Again. What I witnessed yesterday, post-court, pre-court, I can't talk about. Can't say a word. It's still ongoing. I must report this to the war heroes. They're still poisoning me. I'm still sick from the poison. And by the grace of God, good guys, I am living through it. I don't know how to explain that. No, I don't witness other people living through it. And if I could just talk to one of you and you could tell me what they used, because there was, what I can truly surmise is there was more than one gas they used on me. Oh yeah, there was. And there's this other gas, or is it a bioweapon? And then there's that other stuff they stuck under my floor, and it made me, with my nose, just pour water. I thought I had the COVID. So they're using everything on me, man. And then they're disrespecting me like I'm a piece of filth. Like I'm enemy number one. Like, oh my God, I've never had a judge talk to me so wicked. I'm surviving all this. Like, you know what? All I can think, good guys, is they're on crack here, right? Because you should be fucking flipping out that I'm living through this stuff, dude. Somebody should be trying to look into that. But all they did because remember when they dragged me to MedStar? I think about that. They did lab tests on me. But I know you guys got agents running around. So who knows what you did with my lab test? Because Jesus always said, it's okay, it's okay. Because the poison was coming up in the fucking blood test. And then they diagnosed me as expected. They diagnosed me NOT, not mentally ill, and they had to let me out. But excuse me, I burped on camera. But all they did in there was ask me if I was hearing voices every 5 minutes. I wanted to say, yeah, I'm hearing your voice a little too much, walking up to me, asking me if I'm hearing voices. Can you stop? I'm busy sitting in your lounge watching your fucking drug smuggling rink. Yeah, I'm hearing all of your voices. Thanks. Especially a Mexican drug cartel main king lady. She was a woman. I told you about her. You know about her anyways. I told the people about her is what I mean. The people who listen to this on YouTube. I was allowed to finally. She never talked. No, I'm not hearing her voice. Can I hear her voice? I wanted to say this shit to these fucking creeps in there. Let me hear this Monita's voice. This Monita's so silent. This Monita likes to sit in here with me. She was the main one. Then they let me out, and this crazed African-American woman screaming, practically. You could have heard her on floor. I was on the second floor. Anyways, you could have heard her on the floor below. She's standing by the elevator, screaming, and it had to echo through the shafts of the elevator. She's screaming, dead, 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 like DEAD, dead. On my way out, like these people are exactly like they were in the courthouse yesterday. They've been protected. All right. And it's the white ones who are really honestly in the court of law that get the worst charges. You have to put the crimes where the guilty parties deserve it the most. Everybody's responsible for their actions. But who started this crap? It was the white supremacists in the United States. It was Donald Trump administration and Joe Biden administration. It's always a gang of white guys. It's these NATO creeps that came here. And all this stuff happened at this terrorist cell with all this obvious military. I couldn't believe it. I still can't talk about it. And I started to really realize I'm involved in something because I'm in here. So huge, so big. There's all these military people with stars and stripes. What the fuck am I doing in the middle of this? I don't believe this, right? You have those moments. And then I think, do you realize that you're sitting through these poisons? What do they think about this? This is amazing, I think. And I think I really got to talk to these guys about this. Because I know that the other people in this house that are around the poisons end up dead. And I just opened up with the testimony of what it's like. But here I am running around. And here they are. Like, fuck, what's it? Was it even an hour from the massive poisoning? And I can't talk about anything else I witnessed in this house. An hour from just freaking brutal poisoning yesterday. Brutal. It was up there in the top 10. And they did it again today. But then I went straight to the courthouse. I was out of here by 8:45. And I didn't feel good. And my voice is all raspy. They had just poisoned the living freaking life out of me again. And I'm standing there getting so disrespected. So disrespected by a gang of fucking wannabe mobsters in there. From the fucking administration to the freaking mobsters sitting on the camera. Pretending to be the owners. They're not the fucking owners. And I'm sorry, good guys, but all I think is I'm living through your poisons. You guys still don't realize that. I'm standing here and you still don't get that, but you're still using them. There's something wrong with these people. I guess I'm science-minded. I can't take my scientist hat off. I think this is something I've learned about myself. I can't get past that they don't realize that this is a really big deal. This is a fucking huge deal. And if there are other people who can go diarrhea through some of these gases, I want to meet them. We should get together and talk, and there should be a research panel. And I'm just saying that. Does this sound like someone who's egotistical and arrogant? No, I'm just saying scientifically we can't ignore this anymore. I don't care how old I am. We should look into that. But they don't here. It's all about themselves. And this is the white ones who are mostly to blame. The African Americans here seem to be dominating a lot of this on my iPhone video. But I really want to get this over to the world. It's the white nationalist, white supremacist who started all of this. Okay, what they want to do is take over countries where there are black and brown people, and they want to put white people there. All right, and they have their black and brown who help them do it for money and power. It's very evil what the humans are doing. It's not just the white ones or the black or this or that. No. But you have to put the responsibility on who started this and why. The white ones did it for a white power dictatorship, to have a master race. They really believe that. So do they really believe that because I'm white, so I'm living through this proves their master race thing? But then I think no, because they're denying it. And I think, what are these scientists thinking, dude? Because somebody's making this crap. Oh no, I clearly, good guys, I can't take my scientist hat off. After all these years, it's still stuck on my head. That doesn't mean I'm going to change my degree. Guidance is get some economics. But I clearly have a scientist's mind. And that's okay, but it doesn't mean I'm going to suddenly start studying sciences. Is a little, I think the time has gone and come for that. It's not time to start taking up sciences in college. Who knows? Maybe I will. I don't think I need to. But I would enjoy taking maybe a science course just for fun. Just for fun, because I can't seem to take that hat off my head. The scientist hat. And I couldn't believe it yesterday. I'm feeling like crap. Yeah, you guys are making me sick in this town. Not you, good guys. I mean, these scumbags. They're dragging me to court after this. I'm standing there. I look like crap. I feel like crap. You're darn right. And you're so fucking rude to me still. With all your mobsters in here, everybody's still pretending, and I'm still filming this crap and still putting it on YouTube. That still went on YouTube yesterday. As long as these retards are protected, I'm talking about all of them. Remember, I'm not just talking about the African Americans. I can't have the world think it's the American blacks responsible for this. In the end, okay, in the end, if they could have had their way, it would have been a gang of white guys marching into your town. A gang of white guys from America shooting you dead. It was mostly white with the Ukrainians. It's really dangerous. And these Russian creeps. It was really fucking dangerous. Yesterday, it was African Americans. They were taking the leading role and focus on the videotape. Yeah, but it's not who's running the show here. Why? Who's giving them these fucking gases? Why are they doing this? That's where it lands on the white people. It's white nationalists. And they have political power. Trump, Putin, Biden. Okay, we know the main stars here. You've got Macron. You've got a gang of them in Europe. All this far right, all this white nationalists rising up. You've got the Prime Minister of Italy. You've got these idiots they love to put on the TV. It's not hard to make it out who's running the show here. And I don't believe when the scientists, God willing, they do this, because I hope God has me talk to people. I will go to a doctor and find out what they loaded me up with, okay? I'm not going to just walk around like a dumb baby wondering who poisoned me and what was it with. No, I'm not a dumb baby, okay? I'm going to find out. But the good guys are more than likely going to tell me, because that's how professional law enforcement behaves. They tell the victim what they were poisoned with. They tell the victim who poisoned them, period. End of story, okay? So I'm waiting for the good guys to do that. When we do that, we can discover, what is this? Is this a gene? Does it link back? Who cares what race, if it's a gene to a certain ethnicity? We need to find this out. How do I do this? You know how scary it's been to be the only one surviving all this gas in the house that's filled with corpses? No, they don't care. And the courthouse yesterday had no fucking regards for that. They treated me so fucking terrible. But I can't talk about anything. I can talk about that, what I've said in this tape. But I can't fucking really talk about anything else. So you want to know, like, the good stuff. Statements. What I saw. What I witnessed. No, I can just tell you how rude they were. That doesn't say a lot. No, but it does. And it does scientifically how fucking stupid the United States Americans are. Don't forget, I was poisoned less than an hour before I stood in front of that judge, maybe 1 hour, with critical lethal shit that you know is supposed to kill a person. Fucking hey, dude, they're not doing that to go on videotape to have me go diarrhea before they summon me to court. No one was doing that yesterday to have me get sick. That shit's intended to be lethal. They made an attempt on my life again. And there I was standing in the courthouse. So there's a lot I could say, right? But I can't. All I can say is how rude they were and how I didn't appreciate that. That's all I'm allowed to say. So let me repeat it because it feels good. I did not appreciate Washington, D.C. civil courthouse, from your judges to your courtroom administration to your staff throughout the building, of how deplorably rude, just insulting rude. Personally, like you had a problem with me, Heidi. Rude. Disrespectful you people were to me when I walked into your courthouse. Making me do all of that I did that I cannot talk about on this tape. That would be describing what I had witnessed. I cannot say a word about anything in there. You were so rude. After you had just poisoned the living life out of me, I'm not supposed to be standing in there, but you guys still don't connect those dots. I've got to wonder what is wrong with all of you. Of course I do. There's something critically wrong with the people here in this city. And it's not just African Americans. The white ones do it too. They fucking walk past the street. It'll be minutes after I've been just gassed to almost death. And the white ones will look at me and stick their tongues out. There's something wrong with them here. And my scientist hat, this, you know what I mean? It's an analogy. I'm freaked out by them, okay, with sound reason. What's wrong with the people here? I would like an answer to that. Is it crack? Is it meth? I wouldn't be acting like that around anyone who survives this kind of gas. I would just not look at them. I wouldn't get in their face and say, yeah, you're a piece of crap. I'm so much better than you. Look at me, as I fucking, I'm talking analogy right now. This is the white ones that walk past the porch. Look at me. I'm so much better than you. As I crash and tumble and drop dead from gas that doesn't kill you, as I was staring you down with my tongue sticking out at you, as I died. Because this gas can be used on the sidewalk. Do you realize that I'd be walking through this shit outside? This stuff doesn't affect me, and all these people want to stick their tongue out at me. And they're so much better than Heidi. Heidi's such a piece of crap. Look at me and how pretty I am with my hair feathered and makeup on. Stare her down as I collapse from gas. She's still alive. Oh, I'm dying now. Look, she's still alive, but I'm so much better. As she dies, another white fucking nationalist dies from gas on the sidewalk. What the fuck you think is in this fucking place? You know how stupid they are to walk past this place? Who would do that? They're insane here, all right? Yesterday's courthouse was so clear. I want anyone who watches this and sees yesterday's to remember how poisoned I was. And this is what I deal with. They just cannot get that, dude, that I'm fucking walking around. They'll never fucking get it. I can't deal with people that retarded all the time. I'm getting pissed off. All right. So I don't want the heroes to think I'm getting all upset. I am, but I'm not. I'm tired of being poisoned. I was brutally fucking poisoned again. Okay? And no, DC courts, you're extremely personally rude and disrespectful to me, and I didn't appreciate it. And I witnessed so much more than that. All right? And I watched your little guy. I watched him once I was done with the court. I watched him walk back into your administrative office room. I witnessed everything, and thanks so much for giving me more to witness and witness and witness. You're such fucking geniuses here. But for the good guys, I will not talk about what I witnessed in your courthouse. Goodbye.